Welcome back to another episode of Who Is. Today we're going to be checking out Agent Kallus of the Imperial Security Bureau. Agent Kallus was born on the planet Coruscant, sometime before the invasion of Naboo. After Palpatine ascended to power, Kallus attended the Royal Imperial Academy on Coruscant and became a star pupil under the tutelage of Admiral Yularen. Kallus not only excelled in his studies, but also his physical exams, placing him at the top of his class. After some time, Kallus applied and was accepted into the Imperial Security Bureau, or ISB, the intel branch of the Empire's military. Young into his career, Kallus was almost killed during an operation on the planet Onderon, the homeworld of the Lasat. But luckily for Kallus, who fell injured in battle, unfortunately watched his platoon die at the hands of the Lasat, though his life was spared without reason. 5 years before the Battle of Yavin, rebel cells were disrupting Empire business on the planet Lothal, which prompted the ISB to dispatch Kallus and his platoon to rectify the issue. During an operation to lure out the rebels, at the time known as the Ghost Crew, Kallus managed to capture Ezra Bridger's bait, and the boy escaped with the help of his rebel friends. Not so long after this, during another encounter, Kallus again had the upper hand of the Ghost Crew, and Kanan Jarrus revealed himself to be a Jedi Knight, using his abilities to even the playing field. In this exchange, Kallus experienced another near-death event when he almost fell off the side of a bridge, but managed to cling on to the bridge and haul himself back up. And it's in this particular event we gain some more insight into Kallus's mental psyche, who in that moment, for no explained reason, kicks a subordinate stormtrooper off the railing to their death. Kallus would see some of his past resurface later on again during another encounter with the Ghost Crew. During this encounter, Agent Kallus found himself in battle with the Lasat member of the Ghost Crew, Zeb, and by the end of their entanglement, Kallus looked to have won and was about to kill Zeb, but was intercepted by the Jedi Padawan Ezra Bridger. This would see the beginning of a long entanglement between Agent Kallus and the Ghost Crew, with Kallus's effort not being enough to capture the rebels and quell their operations on Lothal and other planets. Thus, the added reinforcements of Grand Moff Tarkin, Admiral Thrawn, Arindra Price, the Inquisitors, and on occasion Darth Vader were utilized. After many pursuits and operations, Kallus's life would change forever when he was stranded with Zeb after a botched trap landed them both on a moon orbiting Geonosis. With Kallus badly injured, Zeb showed him mercy, and they worked together to survive the harsh elements of the moon while waiting for help. During this time, Kallus confessed to Zeb that his life was spared by the Lasat in his younger years, while complimenting Zeb on the will and the strength of his people. Zeb was picked up first and offered Kallus safe passage and fair treatment by the rebels. However, Kallus rejected, but in his mind, the seeds of doubt spouted and grew like a forest fire, changing his being forever. Not too long after this, Kallus defected to the rebellion and became a spy after becoming further disillusioned by the Empire's tactics. Kallus supplied sensitive information like that of prospective defectors, technical readouts, and other sensitive information to the rebels as his time as a spy. Taking on the alias of Fulcrum, Kallus would continue to help the rebels. As the subject matter escalated, the operation took on a new severity, requiring the permanent presence of Admiral Thrawn. Still, Kallus remained faithful to the rebel cause, while still supplying rebels with the important information, like that related to Thrawn's new starfighter plan. While the rebels continued their success, Thrawn suspected that a spy was amidst their ranks, which Kallus became privy to over time. As time passed, and his operations continued, Thrawn became to narrow down his search, suspecting Kallus. Kallus at some point attempted to frame another Imperial officer as Fulcrum, but ultimately played into the hands of Thrawn, inadvertently confirming his identity as Fulcrum. Thrawn used this to his advantage to allow Kallus to lead them to the rebels. While Kallus attempted to relay more important information to the rebels, he was caught in the act by Admiral Thrawn. Kallus was outmatched in battle by Thrawn and was captured. At this point, Kallus was made to suffer, as he was forced to watch a plan to aid rebels fail, resulting in the destruction of a rebel ship, including Prize Commander Jun Sato. As Kallus was faced with execution by being jettisoned into space through airlock, Kallus fought off his captors and was able to make it to an escape pod, rendezvousing with the Ghost Crew. Kallus would go on to aid the Ghost Crew in the rebellion with the liberation of Lothal and the defeat of Admiral Thrawn. And even after this, Kallus would continue to work for the rebellion, aiding on other missions. After the Empire fell, Kallus would be taken to the new homeworld of the Lasat by Zeb. There he found that the Lasat people were thriving on a new world, and with forgiveness from the Lasat, Kallus found himself a new home. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Who Is. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, the Force is with you, always.